Hey everybody, I'm back with another video. Today I'm going to talk about some production techniques that can help enhance a track. What I'm talking about is if we have a standard rock song with drums, bass, guitars, and vocals, I'm talking about stuff that we can maybe put into these songs that don't take away from the actual sound of the song and the way the song was written, but we're just enhancing it and maybe making the listener feel something that they didn't know was there. Today I got a song from my band Opticus. The song's called Up Here. I'll post links in the description if you guys want to check the song out. Now, I got to say, this session is about 8 years old. I originally mixed and recorded the song in Cakewalk. I've since went in there and balanced all the tracks out and put them into Reaper, where I currently work, and put a rough mix on it. So it's not exactly how the mix is that's on Spotify and iTunes and all the streaming platforms. So the point is not the actual mix today. The point is I want to show you a few things that got recorded into the song and mixed into the song, and I'll talk about some of these techniques that I think are pretty cool that really enhance this track and make it kind of what it is, kind of have a personality and a feeling. And that's the whole goal as a producer, is to make music that can bring people somewhere, and enhance the listening experience. So let's dive into Reaper and check it out. All right, so the first thing I'm going to talk about here is these tracks in green are my guitar tracks. This track in particular, I got labeled AM guitar for ambient guitar, was something that I put in after the fact, and it really made the feeling of this verse kind of what it is. And so I'm going to play these 4 tracks together. This is kind of treated as one guitar or one feeling, I guess. So this guitar 3 is the main riff. This ambient guitar that I added is what I, as an extra texture that I want to talk about. And then the acoustic guitar is just plucking and doing the same thing as the main guitar. So actually, let's just play the main guitar riff so you can hear that, and then we'll play the ambient guitar with it. Here you go. Okay, yeah, so the acoustic guitar, just to add the extra percussive element to it. Now let me put in this ambient track, and let me play it on its own so you can kind of hear it, and then I'll pop it in and out as we're listening to it so you can kind of tell what it's doing. Here's it by itself. Cool, yeah, it's like a droning sound that just adds to the ethereal vibe. What you want to do, and why I put this in, is you want to think about how the track is making you feel. As a mix engineer or a producer, you want to enhance the track in that way. If it's a happy song, you don't want to be putting in these types of sound, these dark and ambient things. You want to be putting in some more upbeat and bright and quick and fast sounds to enhance that mood. So that's kind of what you're doing. So here's all those together. Yeah, so to me, that was a really, really cool thing to put in there to really help drive that home. And I'll play that whole verse of this kind of rough mix that I got here. Like I said, if you want to listen to the whole thing, go to our iTunes or Spotify, and I'll have links down below. So here's that section. Yeah, real cool. I dig that. Okay, so let's move down to these synth tracks here in the pink. Another stuff I like to, in this particular instance, I used Omnisphere, but I really like to add synth textures to rock songs. Not so much that stick way out, just like piggybacking off of the guitar. I like to add these other textures in as well. And this particular sound I'm going to show you kind of drives the song. Very ominous, dark sound, and here's that sound. It kind of drives this whole song and sets the mood up. And I'll play it with the track and you'll kind of hear it. Yeah, so that sound with the last guitar sound we were playing, those two together, I think really marry. Yeah, those things really marry together nice and really enhance this track. So a couple things to think about when you're adding to just standard songs. You can put these textures in and it really brings the song's personality to life. You know, it really exaggerates the mood. Let's see here. There's some more synth stuff, I believe. There's another sound, this Omni 1 sound right here. It was another Omnisphere sound, and I believe it has Daniel Lanois' name in it, so maybe it's a tribute to Lanois, I think it's called, the preset, and I may have tweaked a couple little things, but it's a super, super cool sound, and I'll play it for you here. Yeah, and that sound's kind of going throughout the whole song during the choruses. I'm going to play that right now in the chorus so you can kind of hear what it's doing. I'll turn it up if you can't hear it. But up here, we're subjects in chains. It seems real in your mind, and the movie continues to roll. But you already know. Yeah, that's a real cool thing. Just like I said, adds a lot of interest to the chorus, you know, with everything that's going on. What Logan's singing, guitars are pretty standard, straightforward power chords, but you start adding these textures in there with a little bit different rhythmic stabs with a cool sound, and it really adds a lot of interest to that part. So, okay, moving along. Hopefully these are giving you guys ideas to kind of put into your choruses and just little, I like to call them, you know, ear candy things that stick out and help the listener go, ooh, ah, you know, and build interest in the song. So what else do we got here? This spot right here, I believe this is deep. Yeah, okay. Okay, so when the song comes to the bridge, there's these long, drawn-out power chords, and I wanted the part to be more powerful, and I found this patch. I believe it's called Burning Cables in Omnisphere, and it's a real deep sound, and I'll play that part. And I played these same notes to kind of add some real sub content to it. So, check it out. All right, so that part with everything kind of sounds like this. And like I said, the mixes, the good mixes on the streaming platform. So go check that out, and you'll hear this part. Yeah, that really makes that part hit a lot better. Just a little enhancement right there in that middle part. So to kind of just bring it a little more powerful. This whole bridge of this song, what Logan sings, is real intense. And so that's what you're doing. You're listening to each of these parts and exaggerating the moment. you know, and this is a real intense part. And actually, that brings me to my next point. To really drive that home, I found these sounds online of a distressed wild boar, and it's just if you've never heard that, go Google and listen to a distressed wild boar. It is like the most eerie sound in the world, and especially when you put some reverb and some delays behind them. And I wove that in there at the same time as this burning cable sound. So here they are on their own. Yeah, that's like real eerie sounding, real dirty. So that whole part, I'll play that and I'll turn these pig sounds up louder so you can kind of hear this whole part come together and what I was talking about being real intense and exaggerating that. And I'll try to mute them in and out so you can kind of maybe get a feel for it. Yeah, it's super cool part. I really like that. I think in the original mix, I put some more delay on these so they trailed out longer. While I'm here too, I did another cool production thing. Is this sound right here, and all this is Logan was singing on this song, and he messed up on a part, and he kind of grunted it, and made a kind of a sound. And I just had an idea with it. So usually what I'll do is I'll just cut it like that and move it to the end of the session right here. And that just tells me when I come back into mix this that I have something here that could be used. That's usually what I do when I find things like this. And I'm going to play it for you. And then I'm going to play the mix and you'll hear what it does. It sounds kind of dumb on its own, but here it is. And that was him just being mad and, saying like, ah. And I just reversed it. And it acts as a riser. And I probably put some effects on it too in the mix. But I'm going to play that part for you so hopefully you can hear it. Yeah, it acts as a riser and kind of drives that next part in. So I think that's pretty much it. I did add some distressed boar sounds to the end of the song, I believe, as the outro. Oh yeah, there it is right there. So as the song ends. Yeah, and then we faded in a synthesizer, a synth sound. Where is it at? Don't really know where it's at, but oh yeah, right here. So as that boar sound goes out. Yeah, so I think that at the end of this song, having that distressed boar sound add that angst again, but also contrasting and ironically bringing in a really pretty warm pad synth sound. I really like doing that in my productions as well, is sticking with a theme and making the song, like I was talking about earlier, really, if it's a happy song, you're doing happy things. If it's ominous song like this, you're doing ominous things. And slightly weaving in some contrast too is a good thing that fits. It's got to fit together. And I really think this synth rolling out like this is kind of like light at the end of the tunnel. At least that's what I think about. So, and when we were writing the song, that was kind of going into the thought process. So. Well, I hope you guys got something out of this. Leave some comments if you want to see some more stuff or give me some ideas. I'm really enjoying doing these. So, yeah, subscribe so you can get notified when I'm putting these things up. I'm going to try to do one a week. I hope you enjoy this one. Catch you next time. Thanks.